behalf of OUP, my name is Ranjan Kaul, as Kapil mentioned. Thank you very much for making the effort to join us in this launch and celebration. I'm indeed grateful for you to take out time from your busy schedules to be with us. I hope you will find the morning proceedings exciting because there is an experience zone behind you and you will actually be able to physically experience this product. I'd also like to thank Professor Paul Gunashekhar for agreeing to come and grace the occasion and also share his thoughts and ideas and be with us on this very momentous occasion. This launch of Oxford Achiever is a kind of a watershed for us. For the last few years, we have been publishing some materials in the area of using digital technology. Essentially, it has been designed to support teachers in the classroom. We had a product called Oxford Educate, and which was very well accepted. But when we started going and visiting schools and talking to educators like you, teachers and principals, we heard from them that they were looking for something where they could objectively assess the learning abilities of children. And how we know that how one child in one classroom is different from another child in another classroom, or across schools, or across states. We're talking about, say, India. And is there a standard way to be able to say, how do I place the child? We are hoping that this product will meet much of those needs. And over years to come, when we are able to gather enough data, we'll be able to give a very, very objective view about the learning abilities of children. So this was a response to a need. Now, how did this come about, the genesis? This platform was being used in one of our branches based in Hong Kong, and it has been successfully used in many schools in Hong Kong, of course, using their curriculum. And we found that this platform was very user-friendly, and it was meeting the requirements of schools and teachers. So we took this platform, we developed a fair amount of new content based on the Indian curricula, and we actually went to schools to pilot tests in some schools, including schools in Hyderabad. I'm very happy to report that most of the schools have liked the product very much. And once you also get a little more acquainted with this product, which my colleague Pawan Adhikari, who is our Learning and Assessment Director for Asia Education, will demonstrate to you, and we'll talk a little more in detail about this product. Essentially, it is a web-based online learning and assessment system. So where it evaluates the skills. Right now we're talking about English, but tomorrow we can talk about mathematics or even other languages. But it is not just a testing and evaluation system. It is also diagnostic in nature. So if you are, say, weak in grammar or weak in vocabulary, it will tell the learner, that is, tell the child, and then provide additional practice material to enable the child improve his deficiencies in, say, grammar or vocabulary. Similarly, we will move on to other subjects like mathematics. So, it's a form of continuous improvement. Now, we know that a lot of studies, including the ACER study, have talked about this, that even though children are enrolled in schools and enrollments are improving, the learning abilities and the learning skills do not match the standards of, say, children abroad, or even there are a lot of disparities. We are hoping that this product will help bridge the gap and improve the outcomes, and that's why we think it's very, very important. A word about the Oxford University and the press. Now, we are a department of the University of Oxford. It furthers the university's objective of excellence in scholarship, research, and education by publishing materials and developing content worldwide. And we do think Oxford Achiever is a very, very important product in achieving our university's objective. I thought I'll use this opportunity to talk about other digital products, because I will not talk more about Oxford Achiever, which my colleagues will be able to talk about, and then you can also experience it, actually kind of get a hands-on experience in the experience zone. We have been looking at other opportunities, since most of you belong to the English fraternity. We have been looking at, again, the market requirements and the requirements in a changing marketplace. And what we have been able to gather is there is a deep need for improving English language skills among adult learners. So very recently I came across a piece in the Hindu last Sunday, I think, which talked about engineering graduates being unable to get jobs because they are not sufficiently trained in English, and they cannot face an interview. So with that in mind, we have launched an adult ELT program. Currently it is in print, but we'll also be getting some online materials there. And interestingly, this program, much of this program is bilingual in nature. Because when we are talking about learners coming from that background and smaller towns and cities, their English levels are not sufficiently advanced to be able to cope with the nuances of English just by using the English as a medium. So we're providing support using the bilingual medium, so whether it's Telugu or Marathi or Bengali, to teach them the nuances of English grammar and improve their comprehension and learning skills. So this is something I thought I'd share with you, and we launched this about a couple of years back, and it's been hugely successful. The other thing is, what we're looking at is and I think I'll be very happy to interact with many of you now and of course later, as to what are the changes happening when we are getting into technology. How can we use technology to improve learning outcomes in schools? What do teachers really need? Many of you know that we do conduct teacher training workshops to help teachers understand the materials we produce so that they can use it to improve learning outcomes. But how can we use technology to do that? Teachers also need support as to help in their lesson plans. How do you use digital material, print material? How do you use assessment? We're talking about assessment now. So we're looking at a kind of an integrated model where we will be happy to partner with schools using our expertise and experience not only in India, but our experiences in other branches and other countries, to work with schools in a very collaborative manner to provide support to the school to overall improve the learning outcomes of children. So it will have digital materials, it will have support in lesson plans, support in assessment, and an overall comprehensive kind of collaboration. So these are some of the other plans we have in the near future. We already set up we're calling it an integrated services model, and we already set up a team to work with that, and very soon we'll be coming back to you to pilot test some of these initiatives. So, I mean, we've been about 103 years in India, and of course, the press is 500-year-old. And every time we are constantly striving to innovate and come up with new materials which can support your teaching and learning in what you do in your classrooms. And any ideas will be more than welcome. I would not like to take more time now, and I'd like to invite Professor Kaul Gunashekhar to share his thoughts. It's very appropriate that he is here as a chief guest. As some of you may know, and for many of you, he needs no introduction. He is a member of the Department of Materials Development, Testing and Evaluation, and that's why we thought he would be the most appropriate person to share his knowledge and experience in testing and evaluation. He's also the Dean of Publication with the English and Foreign Language University, which is FLU. So I've had a very rewarding experience working with him for the last nearly 15 years. He is, as you know, he's published several books or edited a lot of books, a lot of school materials, a lot of materials for teachers, for helping teaching and learning. He is also a consultant, and which is a very prestigious assignment, to the Oxford English Dictionary and our best-selling dictionary, the Oxford Advanced Learners English Dictionary, which is produced from Oxford. So he works as an advisor and consultant for both these dictionaries. So thank you very much for your patience, for listening to me, and over to you, Paul. Thank you.